Okay, so final video with Rachel, and we're talking about, by the way, we've got contractors fixing the, or what are they doing, Rach? They're creating a compost area?
We had a compost area that was really, we turn our compost with bobcats. Well, number one, the farm takes on compost for free, from fair share, from lentils, anything from an organic produce thing, from reground. So is the service the farm's always done, and we've also got all of our animal manure and stuff like that, and turn it by a bobcat. Anyway, it was not a functional space, so the council was in partnership with Collingwood Children's Farm and has and are going to put a concrete slab in there. I'm not sure really why you don't really need a concrete slab for composting, but it's going ahead and that's what's happening.
Yeah, sometimes you can't question things.
Yeah. But anyway, so we've got actual contractors doing work on the farm, which is good. They get work done really quickly. But hopefully that's an educational space. But it's a really important thing that the farm takes on compost for free, but it costs us money to turn it and to actually create compost. And it's just kind of like a metaphor of where the farm sits in Melbourne, really, like taking on all this stuff for free and doing this community service. But then,
look, it's in any not-for-profit or charity, especially one that's I don't know, doing value-add services, that's always an issue, right?
Like, and we're talking like tons of compost at a time, not just a little bit, like truckloads.
But I guess it speaks to the fact that we have to deal with our organic waste as a society, and that obviously councillors recognise the farm's role as taking all this stuff, right? So. But look, and I'll just quickly give you a sense of where we are. This is the capital city trail, the Yarra Trail, that's really known more locally. There's the convent. So this is where heaps of you would have ridden past.
One of our paddocks over
there.
there.
Yeah, it is too.
The bike path actually goes smack bang through the middle of the farm and divides our paddocks. A lot of people don't realise that when they're riding on this bike path with our fruit trees on the farm and everything, they are on the farm.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's part.
It's a strange situation,
it's a strange and beautiful thing.
Phenomenon.
Yeah.
But
so this is the Indigenous First Nations garden. It was originally a concept plan. Wurundjeri Heritage Council's head office is just up here in the convent. They originally asked for some space to grow Indigenous food plants. And then that kind of spurred on an idea with a staff member at the time, Ellie, and then Glenn from the NARP team, the Landcare team in Wurundjeri, and then became this thing. And one of our committee members, landscape architect, then got on board, and then slowly we've got money from funding from a few different people, and we've been developing this program for a long time. It's taken a long time to start building this garden, but it's basically going to be, this side is going to be Indigenous food plants local to the area.
Okay, so let's get this absolutely right.
Yeah.
So here's a big planting space, and it's going to be Indigenous food plants.
Yam daisies, bulbine lilies, all of those small, vanilla lilies, chocolate lilies, all of those tuberous seasonal plants, and river mint and Prospera and those things. And then over on this side is larger kind of hedgerows of native, culturally important native food plants from around Australia. So we'll have cedar limes, we'll have macadamia nuts, but basically this garden is more for production than the Witch's Garden down the bottom. It's got full sun, open aspect, it will have irrigation, bigger space. We're going to trial everything, we're going to record everything and share the information. But basically we're going to grow in crop rows, and it's going to be used to produce stuff, mostly as appropriate cultural education and engagement.
But obviously by not being shaded, by kind of effectively growing Indigenous food plants like you would in a market garden.
Exactly.
You're talking about serious production so people can eat it, right?
Yeah.
Is that, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get our supply chains up and running eventually. All of the plants produced for this site, we did most of them we did at Burnley in the nursery through donated space and potting mix from Melbourne University. Chris facilitating. We had
Don't give the university too much credit, right?
workshop days,
Yeah, that's right.
propagating all these plants, educating, and we've been looking after them. And I suppose it's this garden has been a big lesson in don't get the plants before the garden's been built.
Right, fair point.
A huge one, because also some of the plants were donated from the Living Pavilion project that had culturally important Indigenous and native plants, and that was in summer of
the dates are getting confusing. 2018 to 19, yeah.
So plants in pots for that long, not great. We've since planted them out in other spaces, but they were meant to go in this garden. Along here we've had the very exciting this week development. We've planted appleberries along the fence line here.
What's the scientific name? I'm trying to cheat. Billarderia.
Yeah.
It's one of those nightmares. Even I, don't worry. It's a tongue twister.
It's like Poa labiatia.
Oh, God, I just say Poa lab. I'm going to even show everyone. It is Billarderia scandens. There you go. Tag back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so these ones were the pots from the Living Pavilion, and you can see, so this is, a couple of years old in a pot. It's kind of got this die back. We've cut them back a few times. It's not great. But then over here, these are the tubes we produced at Burnley.
Oh, okay, great.
These aren't the tubes we produced at Burnley. These ones are from Greenlink in Box Hill, a fantastic Indigenous nursery.
Okay.
If ever you go there, they've got really good range, really good quality species. And I wanted to see the different provenance of these two, and I think these ones might be a little bit furry and those ones are smooth skin. Also see how they grow from these ones, healthy tube stock that haven't been in pots for 2 years versus those ones.
Okay.
Just those kind of little separation things and learning about these plants. A lot of the plants like yam daisies and stuff like that we're going to grow here, there's not a whole heap of information on growing them in market garden settings. Joe's Market Garden's doing it at Ceres, I know that, but it's a lot of education around these things and development of these plants.
But I guess one thing is for sure, if you want to produce enough that have enough yield so that people can start eating bush foods and becoming really aware, you've got to do it seriously like this. I mean, look at these. I know this is not where the Wurundjeri plants are going to go, but look how organised this is. It's just, I don't know, for me it's beautiful. It really is.
So it's thinking about the science of growing plants under the space pressure, because imagine back in the day all these riparian floodplains would have been plains, grassy woodland, kind of sandy loam soil, open areas, and they would have had all these species growing quite openly on vast areas. And if one person just grows one little plant at home, they're not going to get a whole heap of yield out of it. You need whole fields of these things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I suppose we should say that at the moment, so there's not a glitch exactly, but because of the pandemic, you guys have decided to grow mainstream foods for a while.
Yeah, we're doing one crop rotation of high yielding European veg. It's a bit of a funny time of year. We've got one species of carrot that is said to grow really well at this time of year when planted. I can't remember exactly what it is. Sim's in charge of that, but this is part of a project called Moving Feast with a few other social enterprises, not-for-profit community organisations in Melbourne. And so we're doing one crop rotation. We tilled this soil. This soil was terrible, by the way, and it's had a lot of compost put on it, cardboard system, heavy mulching for about 6 months, all broken up with compost. Then we rotary hoed it. Literally every few seconds you hit a brick rubble, pulling all that out, plastic. So it'd be really interesting to see how we go, but it'll also improve the soil structure for when we do want to plant other plants. So it's not such a bad thing because we're not at the stage of planting our Indigenous plants. So yeah, it's carrots and bok choy in this open sunny site, as opposed to down the bottom. It's too late to get the carrots in down there. We think we've already put some in, but we didn't have enough seed from the supplier because there was a shortage, blah blah blah. So this open sunny site where the soil's higher, a bit warmer, it's a few more meters higher than the river.
So is it literally just going to be a carrot crop? Is that what you're saying? Or
carrot and bok choy.
Oh, bok choy. You said that. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So again, just to take note, everyone, that's a good strategy is to be simple, have 2 species. So then you're specialising, and you kind of you get a bit of a economy of scale effectively.
Yeah. And maintenance. Everyone forgets about maintenance. Everyone wants to grow food and forgets that. It's
so true. Also, diversity. Sometimes what can happen too, I find. I mean, when I've had big gardens, I've really loved growing lots and lots of stuff. But you tend to find that you just have preferences.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you grow interesting stuff and you don't really eat it.
No.
Because you're just not in the mood that year.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's interesting. All right.
Totally.
Well, thanks heaps, Rach. Really appreciate that.
Hopefully when we're planting out this Indigenous garden in spring, we'll have volunteer days, and if you all want to come and volunteer some time, that would be great.
Thank you.